Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server, and I hope you enjoyed this video. First, don't you find it kind of funny that Bitcoin is at $100,000 and the fear and greed index is at 75? I think that's kind of funny. We'll talk about this very soon. First, let's talk about Cardano. So Cardano is still going sideways right now, which, I mean, it's normal because we just had a huge pump, so this is nothing to worry about. And keep in mind, I'm expecting a second wave move down very soon. Now, of course, maybe this will not happen. Maybe we will not get a second wave move down right now. There is a chance that we just continue to overextend right here. And if we get above this previous high of $1.35, then I'm going to have to change my wave count because it will no longer be valid. I mean, right now the price is reacting to my wave count, and to be honest with you, this wave count makes the most amount of sense. So if you did not watch my previous videos, let me explain what this is again. Here we have a 1-2 setup, and of course you could take this as the second wave move down and this as an A, B, C structure of the second wave move down with a flat C wave. Doesn't really matter which one you pick for the second wave move down. No matter which one it is, I still think this is bullish, and of course you could take this as an A, B, C structure as well. So it's really hard to say what's going on right now, and to be honest, we will only know what's happening after we get some type of correction. So after we get a move down, I will be able to tell you the exact wave count. But like I said, when the price is going up so much, it's really hard to count the waves because this could always change. And yes, the Elliott wave count does work, but it mostly works on the monthly chart or the weekly chart, not really the 4-hour chart. So yeah, I mean, here it worked. It predicted that we will get a third wave move up, and what do you know, we started a third wave of this 1-2 setup. But if you check this out on the 4-hour chart, I mean, it's not always accurate, and you know, this is also a subjective wave count, so I'm pretty sure if you watch some other YouTubers that do Elliott wave counts, they probably have a different wave count. They are probably not wrong, they just have a different view of the chart, and that's okay, you know? As long as they don't say we will go to like 5 cents. I mean, that would not really make sense. So yeah, the support zone for the second wave move down is here in case you need it. And let's talk about the Elliott wave count. I'm sorry, I forgot about that again. So this is a 1-2 setup or a 1-2 setup. Like I said, you can take the second wave move down low right here or right here. It doesn't matter. And this is the third wave. It has 5 waves. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. It looks like a 5-wave move. This was the fourth wave move down, which I don't really like because this was not really deep enough. But then again, we went from about 81 cents to about 69 cents. So even though this does not look too deep, it was actually a move down that, you know, scared a lot of people. Well, not me because I bought down here, but I'm pretty sure most people thought we would start going down there and we didn't. Here we went down about 15% in a matter of a few hours, so of course people got scared, and you know that someone probably sold up here. Now we are currently working on the fifth wave, and the fifth wave has 5 waves already, so this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and if the fifth wave gets another high, I'm going to have to change my wave count like I said, because the fifth wave is not allowed to be more impulsive than the third wave, so I mean, yeah, this is already a bit more impulsive than I wanted it to be, so we should start going down, and if we don't, then I'm going to have to change the wave count, like I said. Now, what would the wave count look like? Well, I'm not sure right now. Maybe this right here somewhere was the third wave move. Maybe this was the fourth wave, and this is the fifth wave. I don't know yet. I will be able to tell you that, like I said many times already, when we get a correction. And keep in mind, if we do get a correction, we have to stay about the 50% extension of the first wave high. If we get below that level, it would be bearish because that would put us at the bull market support band, and we are not allowed to go below the bull market support band right now because we are supposed to be in a bull market. Cardano does not usually go below the bull market support band in a bull market. Well, at least not in this part of the cycle. If we go to like $4 or so and then we drop below the bull market support band to test it maybe, and then we jump back up after that, then it's okay. But right now I don't want to see a break below the bull market support band. So yeah. Let's also talk about Bitcoin dominance. This is very important. I have talked about this yesterday in my VeChain video, but you probably did not watch that. So let me repeat what I said and let me tell you my theory about this. So as you know, if you watched my previous videos again, Bitcoin dominance usually drops about 230 days after the halving. So here in 2016, it drops 230 days after the first halving, well, the 2016 halving. In 2020, it drops 230 days after the 2020 halving, and right now we are starting to drop 220 days after the halving. So this is not really a coincidence, this happens every cycle, and as you know, in every single cycle when this happened, at least in the previous two cycles, we had a huge altcoin season. So here, this was the first altcoin season, and this was the second altcoin season. And yeah, we are starting the third one right now. Now here's my theory, and I don't know if people are going to like this theory, but there is a chance that we just go sideways on the Bitcoin dominance chart for the entire month. Now, why do I believe that? Well, because this wick that we got right here looks very similar to what happened right here. So here, we got a cross on the bull market support band, we went below the bull market support band, and then we actually tested it multiple times and we got rejected, and then we started the real ugly season. But during this time, when we were testing the bull market support band, Bitcoin dominance just went sideways. And why is that? Well, because during this time, Bitcoin and the altcoins were pretty much going up the exact same amounts. So Bitcoin was also going up, but the altcoins were also going up, and when that happens, Bitcoin dominance just goes sideways. And there is a chance that we do the exact same thing again. I'm not saying that we will, but it's a possibility that we have to keep in mind. And that's not really bearish because if you can remember, well, I don't think you do remember, but when we went sideways here in the previous cycle, Cardano was actually going crazy. So let's say we started going sideways on December 23rd of 2021. Let's see what Cardano did during that time. And also, this sideways price action ended in April of 2021. So let's see what Cardano did during that time. During that time, Cardano went from about 27 cents to about $1.25. So that's a 365% move in a matter of 71 days. So even though Bitcoin dominance went sideways, Cardano actually went up during that time. But even then, I mean, when Bitcoin dominance got the huge drop that it got in 2021, which was this right here, Cardano did not really go up that much during this time. Cardano actually went up when Bitcoin dominance was doing this. And right now we are very close to doing this again. Now it does not really matter if we go sideways or if we just start going down like crazy. It's not going to make a big difference, but I'm expecting Cardano to continue going up for the time being. And keep in mind, this will make sense considering the fact that Bitcoin does not usually go down in December, so it would not only make sense for Bitcoin to, bleed against the altcoin market, because right now, as you know from my previous videos, I'm saying this too much, but in the 2020 cycle, well, in the 2020 year, Bitcoin went up about 47% in December, after it already went up 43% in November. In 2016, it went up about 30% in December, after it went up like 5% in November. So as you can see, Bitcoin always goes up in December of a halving year, and I'm expecting this year to be no different. And if that happens, then I'm expecting Bitcoin to get to about $120,000 very, very soon. And by very, very soon, I mean the end of the year. And keep in mind, I'm the same person that predicted that Bitcoin would be at $100,000 by the end of the year. And we got there, and by the way, I predicted this when we were down here. So anyways, I want to continue with the ADA chart. So it's pretty much safe to say that the second wave move down right here is in, and we are going in a third wave move. And many people are asking me if we will get any type of correction. Well, I don't know, because if we look at what happened in the previous cycle, we never really had a big correction. And we never actually tested these lows right here again. When we started going up, we never really went down until we actually got a correction right here. But can you really call this a correction? Yes, we did go down from about $2.50 all the way to like 91 cents. But this happened in a matter of days. And yeah, I mean, if you bought this dip right here, I believe you would be very happy to sell up here. But let's be serious. If you waited for the dip when we were up here and you bought down here, you probably would have thought that Cardano would go to like $5 to $8, maybe $10. So of course you did not sell it $3. So yeah, that's how people lose money. They buy at the top and they expect to sell at, higher prices when that's not really possible. Let me give you an example. You cannot buy Cardano at like $5 and then expect it to get to like $50 just because you bought it like $5. If Cardano is already at $5, there's a big chance that it goes to popping. So, you don't have to get greedy. And also, I read many comments telling me that, oh, I'm going to have to wait one more year. Oh, no. Well, yes, you have to wait one more year for the cycle to end. But that does not mean that you have to sell exactly when the cycle ends. You should probably start taking profits at some point. If you are already up like 5 to 10x, you should most likely take profits. Now, that's not financial advice, that's just my opinion, and I'm only making this video for entertainment purposes, but don't get too greedy. If you are already up a lot, why not take profits? Why not at least make the money back that you invested? So, yeah, don't get too greedy, and you have to be patient as well. The people who bought down here, I'm pretty sure they were very afraid that Cardano would go to like new bear market lows. So yeah, the risk was big here, but people who risked investing down here got rewarded in the third wave right here. Now, of course, the third wave is not over, but still, it's looking good for the people who bought down here, including myself. I bought a lot down here. I bought multiple times. And that's what the support zone was for. It was for buying. That's the only purpose of the support zone. It's to show you where you could buy. So I'm still expecting Cardano to do very well on this cycle. I believe it will get somewhere between $5 to $8, but $12 is also possible. Very unlikely, but possible, theoretically. But don't get your hopes too high. And, if you buy right now, you cannot expect Cardano to go to like $15 just because your favorite YouTuber is saying that. So be very, very careful with that. And also keep in mind, if you go on the Fear and Greed Index, and I'm sorry for the wiped screen here, if you go on the Fear and Greed Index and look at what happened in the previous cycle, as you can see, the Fear and Greed Index right now is at about 75, so it's pretty much in extreme greed, just like it was up here in 2020. And look at what happened in January. We had a huge drop all of the sudden, and that scared a lot of people, but then after that we recovered. So what am I saying with this? Well, there is a chance that we just get a huge drop on the Fear and Greed Index at some point, probably not this month, probably in January. And yeah, that will scare out of people, and that will make them sell because, they will think that Bitcoin has topped already, which I believe that's nonsense. I don't think it's even close to topping. If you look at the monthly RSI, does this look like a top to you when you compare it to the 2021 cycle or the 2017 cycle or even the 2013 cycle? I don't think so. So Bitcoin should get like about 455k in this cycle, maybe 300k, we'll see. And Cardano, yeah, I'm expecting it to go way higher than it has already gone up to. And keep in mind, Cardano was also overbought on the monthly RSI when it was at about 42 cents in this previous cycle. And right now we are also overbought and the price is 3 times higher than this. So there is potential for Cardano to go up quite a lot from where we're at right now, even though we are almost overbought on the monthly. So if we go overbought on the monthly, that does not mean that the cycle is close to being over. Of course not. Anyways, this video is way too long. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this. And like I said, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to one of our charts. And if you want access to our Discord server, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.